All right, 2026. What are the goals here? I think for me, the goal this year for the business is going to be vending outside of my local area, which is Vancouver, BC. Going to do a lot more traveling, a little bit down to the States, but more importantly, probably Toronto, Alberta, other provinces like that to network and check out how the market is outside of just this local area. I think social media is vital to TCG business, and working on growing that along with Instagram, cutting up reels and shorts and stuff like that, just documenting everything. And so, even if it doesn't grow, I have it for myself to look back, because 2025 was a whirlwind. I started my first vending show January 2025. I went to the show with 2 binders, man. 2 binders, Japanese cards. I had a Unagaba set sequential 10. That was the only slabs that I brought. And from there it grew to 1 showcase, 2, and now I have 5 showcases and 2 tables, mostly singles. I would say like 60% singles, 40% slabs. I don't sell too much sealed at the shows. From time to time I do have a lot of Japanese stuff that I got back from collecting in 2020. I remember buying like was it All-Star GX for like $100, man. And now the market's probably like $700-800 at least, which is crazy. I'm getting Japanese product was like so much easier in terms of like pricing. It wasn't like triple MSRP like how it is now, like Mega Dream and stuff like that, and more legit product. Now there's a lot of reseals and stuff. It was a different game. I did really enjoy Japanese when I started collecting back then, just because the quality, and with English, it was, some stuff was a little bit harder to find, the vintage stuff. But yeah, I don't know where I'm going with my thoughts here, but basically just going to be working on the social media side, a lot, content creation side a lot more. And then we'll be also taking vending a lot more serious as well, and just documenting everything. So at least for my records, I can go back and look at it. And I think it'll be a good memory as well. And then with 2026, I believe TCGs has never been healthier than it's ever been. Like, you got Magic, they crushed it with Final Fantasy this year. They fumbled the bag with Avatar and Spider-Man, honestly. I don't know why they didn't put serialized in there. That would have continued the hype, because with Magic, I feel like they have the player side, but the collectability side, if they figured that out, man, it would do really well. And it showed, right, with Final Fantasy. Like, it was sold out everywhere. Cards were spiking. People were grading. Like, if that wasn't, a sign, I don't know what is, but they had to overprint and get greedy with it with Spider-Man. And Spider-Man overall, like, the art was okay. It wasn't a great set. And that actually got me back into Magic. So I started making some commander decks. It's really fun. Made a cloud deck, made some new friends, and had a commander pod. And yeah, I think Magic this upcoming year, I don't know. It might be up and down, but it's still one of the top TCGs, of course. And then you got One Piece coming in hot right now. And hey, check out this view, guys. Like, awesome, right? Yeah, One Piece coming in hot. The art was always amazing, I thought. I'm not a big One Piece fan, as in, like, I didn't grow up watching it or anything like that, but I I think that with the new collectors coming in, One Piece is definitely covering that side of things for people that want like more of an adult TCG. You got the waifus, right, Boa and stuff, and then you got the Netflix show that's coming out in March, I think, the season 2. So with season 2 coming out, it's going to drive a lot of attention. That's how I actually found out about One Piece. Was well, I knew One Piece when I went to Japan, but like how I got more interested was I watched the show on Netflix, season 1. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. But I never collected. I remember I was offered 2 mangas, Boa and Nami manga, and cash for my Gengar Mimikyu PSA 10, the one from Team Up, the alt art. And I didn't take it. And at that time, you know, I think the mangas were going for like 1,500. So, you know, sometimes it won't happen just because you won't have the conviction. Like, and plus, like, even if I got it, if it would have went up a little bit, I would have sold it anyways. I wouldn't hold it to today's market, which is like, I think like 4,500 Canadian right now. So, so yeah, like I think One Piece is gonna cement itself as the third, and then with Pokemon, they're doing good with the art and all the types of sets that are coming out right now. And as long as they can reprint enough for people to get product but not overprint, I think we're in a good spot. It seems like they're printing a lot for the retailers, like your Costco's and Sam's Club and big box stores. And with booster boxes, they're making it definitely more of a premium product. And with this boom of 2025, a lot more people were, you know, getting into distro, and so they had to disperse the boxes more. So stores are getting less of it. Therefore, you know, I think booster boxes is going to hold a premium for a while, especially cases and PCETBs. They're just going to continue to do well. Now, PCETBs aren't proven. It's kind of like a new thing. It's only been around, you know, since what, Scarlet Violet? Well, Sword and Shield, but Scarlet Violet has the promo, and that's what's really driving it, the stamp promos from PCETBs. But I think long term as, you know, the next 5 years at least, it'll do well. Especially the early Scarlet Violet ones, they were not printed as much. Now the new sets like Mega, they probably print a lot, but there's also so many new people in the hobby. And it's great, right? You can be a Magic player, you can be a One Piece collector, Pokemon collector, or player, and there's just more variety and options for everybody to enjoy. And you know, this One Piece boom has definitely helped Pokemon in the sense that things have retraced. So things are looking more affordable again, which is good. So more people that are new into the hobby can get in at a better price point because things were really inflated. And there are still things that are inflated, like vintage and stuff like that, but it's low pop. So I think, you know, 2026 is going to continue strong. Now, that's without saying with like the macro environment, like what could happen outside of TCGs. But with that saying, you know, look, all the people that are starting businesses, all the vending shows, all the opportunity that's out there. And I think it's just proliferating, man. Social media, a lot of people that are, you know, millennials or that grew up with Pokemon when they were in the schoolyard. Now, you know, most of us are in our 30s and 40s. Some of us, you know, have kids, and it's something to do with the family, right? It's a bonding thing. And when I vended this year, a lot of people that I met are parents, right? And that's how it kind of like reignited that passion for them back in Pokemon. And I feel like, you know, that's not gonna stop, you know. And the main thing is like this year, hopefully they can get more product out there so people can enjoy and rip. The more people that rip, the better. So it's something about Pokemon, man. Like, there's so many people this year that I met that they got sucked back into the hobby because they scored a 151 Costco ETB or tin, and they pulled, one of the IRs or SIRs, the Charizard or the Blastoise, and next thing you know, they're collecting a master set, right? So I think, if they do a good job getting stuff out there for people, we have ourselves a great year. And my question for you is, what do you think about 2026? Are we headed for another sustained boom, or are we gonna head for a bear period? Let me know. Thanks for checking out the video. Peace.